What are you doing with yourself these days?
I am.
You in TSU?
Yes, I am a property manager. I'm in grad school getting a master's in counseling, and previously I was an adjunct professor last semester.
Fantastic. Well, that's great. You're doing great. You know, just we all fall down, you know, we all make mistakes, but the idea is that just no more, right? Especially when it endangers other people, right? Don't say anything. No, don't. Just, you're doing great. Why mess it up? You know what I mean? You're doing really good. So we're not going to do anything with you now. We'll let you keep going. Just don't forget to blow anymore. If it happens again, I'm going to yank it. Understand? No, it's now's not the time, because the problem is that I don't want you to say something that hurts you. You know what I mean? You've got a license. There's requirements with the license for you to have it. If you don't fulfill those requirements, I can't keep the license, you know?
Received.
Okay. I'll let you speak with Shatoria, and then Shatoria can always, you know, kind of be the in between, okay? If there's any issue.
Is there anything that's available that can be released other than the news?
I did your rip on.
Oh, yeah, I saw the rip in there, but no.
Nothing else.
Okay.
Can I talk to him real quick while we're waiting on your back?
You already filled out a motion, so.
Got it. Mr. Tyson, hey, are you ready?
I have a question, Your Honor.
Shoot.
On DWI, we are trying to work out an offer with, deal with the state, possibly a time
It's
served.
not a second, right?
No, it's just,
I'm happy to do whatever you guys want to do.
okay, well, my question is, will you run the driver's license suspension concurrent with the DPS? No? Okay. Just asking, gotta ask, gotta let my client know.
I run jokes concurrent, but this license, hell, she has literally been
I understand, Your Honor. How about the surcharges?
reward people when they deserve it, you know, but here,
Oh, okay. Yeah, since there was something not good happening, or that happened, what about surcharges? She,
of course,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
All right.
That, yes, license,
Gotcha. I understand. Thanks, Your Honor.
yeah, of course, Mr. Tyson. Coming up, Mr. Lopez. Yet another terroristic threat. Let's go through your criminal history, Mr. Lopez. 2012, burglary habitation. 15, assault, bodily injury. 15, criminal mischief. 20, criminal mischief. 16, criminal mischief. 17, suspended license. 18, interference with emergency request for assistance. 22, kidnapping. 24, aggravated assault of a family member. Terroristic threat, evading arrest, terroristic threat, and now another terrorist. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Please.
On February 25th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a residence at 2715 Owen Cross Drive in Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated that in the first week of February, the defendant snuck into the residence via the garage door, and that she had been telling the defendant that he does not live at the residence and has to leave the location, but the defendant refuses to leave. The complainant, who's the mom, has been saying with the complainant two, the daughter, or the complainant one's daughter, the defendant's sister, at a different location because they fear the defendant. On 2/25, the daughter came to the location to retrieve the dog. The complainants had a verbal altercation about the dog being missing and the defendant wanting money from them. The defendant then threatened to harm both complainants, saying, "I'm going to beat the shit out of y'all. All y'all do is send me to jail. I'm going to beat y'all's ass up. I'm going to beat you up." The complainants advised that they are fearful for their lives due to the defendant's threats and his history of violence.
So we do have a history of violence where there are threats and aggravated assault against
Yes, Your Honor.
this family.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lopez, they are terrified of you. The thing that you also need to consider is that you are a true habitual. So if you pick up a very serious felony, you could be very well looking at 25 to life. You know what I mean? 25 to life. You pick up a serious case. These are the things that you need to think about when they're out there in the free world. Do you understand?
Sir.
I don't want you going within 1,000 feet of where they live or where they work. You will get a GPS monitor if you are able to bond out. I don't know. At this point, you have not made bond, so I don't know if you're going to get out. But if you do, you must have a monitor on you, and I don't want you to go anywhere near where they live, where they work, where they breathe, where they put their head down, and you're not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
You know, I would venture a guess that probably 98% of the people that are in Harris County Jail, and I don't know if I've told you this before, but are there because they have absolutely no self-control. They get upset and they wig out without thinking, if I say this, what's going to happen? If I do this, what's going to happen? This is what you should be thinking about every time you're out there. Do you understand? It's not hard. Really. You're also not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. So counsel, at this point, he's not made bond. We can just set you out for a couple weeks, wait for the evidence to come in. If he does get out, he needs to be here the next business day for all the conditions. And then I definitely want a GPS prior to release.
Mr. Your Honor.
Okay? Self-control. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning.
Mr. Johnson, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or a household member. That kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 150 days in jail with credit for the 53 days that you've done. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to test on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense, sir?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty and we'll follow the agreement, send you to 150 credit for the 53 days that you've done. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Judge, we are approaching to deal with the BVR on Miss Danielle Free. I think it was last Friday or maybe the Friday
Free,
before
come up.
last. Judge, she missed it because she was out of town. She got the notice on a Thursday. She couldn't get back. She did try to go to pretrials to get it done, but they couldn't get it done.
Do the order now.
Oh, I know, but she did one this morning and she's negative.
Okay.
So,
Don't let it happen again.
Yes, sir.
If it happens again, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You're on notice now. No tolerance from this state court.
Okay, thank you.
she's PTI bound anyways, Judge, so we're just gonna.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Okay. Of course.
Judge, I just got appointed to Mr. Wyckoff this morning, and I was told I need to approach because he picked up a felony. He's in custody, Judge.
Did he make it up today?
Make it up today?
Back there?
Let me check, Judge, but I just wanted to see if we wanted to keep his bond the same, or
Oh, yeah. We've had a lot of,
I think his bond's set at 15,000 right now.
yeah, we can't get him here. It's just,
Do you need him brought out if he's back there? Who is it? Mr. Wyckoff?
I cough. Yeah, because we need to do conditions on him. Is he back there? Yeah. Yeah, do you mind bringing him out?
So it looks like you're returning with jerk in your case.
I paid him all my money. What the fuck?
Okay. Is that Gagliardi?
Yeah.
Okay, they filed a withdrawal yesterday.
And then I'll give the reset to free child for them, I'll call it. You're welcome.
Man, who's he gonna let me know this? I paid him all my money, bro. Come on, hell.
So you may need to contact them about that.
I don't know. My people been trying to contact him for a week now.
Okay.
And he hasn't been answering the phone.
Well, we'll just have to address your bonds with the judge. Do you think you can make any bond?
Man, I ain't making no bond. He better come to court.
Okay. And do you have any children?
No.
Okay.
Well, of all the days, right? The day they tell me something bad. That's not the case. Yes. Yeah. I agree with
Jamie, and right. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, I'm I'm sorry. Yes. I was very impressed. Yeah, I was practices.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were out. That's fine. It was,
This is Mr. Wyckoff.
yeah. Morning, Mr. Wyckoff.
How you doing?
And Judge, I did want to make some clarity. He was under the impression that his hired attorney would be here, Mr. Gagliardi. And so apparently that attorney
He withdrew
When? He didn't tell me nothing. He didn't tell my people nothing.
yesterday.
When I was supposed to come to
The
court.
thing is that you've been gone quite a while.
And I asked him when I got
I
out
don't
of
know.
jail.
It's,
I asked him, when was my next court date? He said he'll call you and let you know. He
Look.
never called me back.
I will,
That's what I paid him for, so he could tell me.
I don't know. I mean, I'll let you guys get into that. All I know is it's been a long time since we've seen you, Mr. Wyckoff, you know? So, do you know what conditions they put on the felony things?
I don't, Judge, could you check that into the bond conditions?
Yes.
Thank you.
Policia?
I'll pull them up and Judge. It looks like there are none currently active due to the warrant and bond being denied. So they haven't set any new ones. And the warrant that was issued after the last conditions made them inactive now, the previous ones, correct?
Who's bond denied in the case upstairs?
Yes, Judge, yes.
Okay. So, we still have our conditions in place, correct?
No, Judge, the warrant deactivated them from the last one. Let me double check. Yes.
So let's do the same thing. No drugs, no alcohol. I'm going to test you like crazy. I've been doing it since the beginning and I will continue to do it, Mr. Wyckoff. I don't want you using.
So when are we gonna
No.
actually talk about the case?
We'll address that
I'm
later.
getting you a new lawyer now.
Yeah.
I want my paid attorney, the one I gave my money to.
So let's do this. I can call him and I can try to get him here. Today's Friday. You have felony court on the 6th, which is Wednesday. If you want, I can put it on the docket for early next week and I can try to bring him here and we can have, you know,
That's how I got messed over last time. I was supposed to come to your court, but I went to felony court. They told me, don't come to your court, go to felony court. That's when you issued me a warrant.
I don't know. I mean, we'll have a hearing over it, but I'll get him here Monday or Tuesday and we can talk
And
about
get
it.
them online like you usually do.
I'll send him a text, see what he can do. But regardless though, you need to talk to him. You
It's
can't
like-
do that via
It's like
Zoom.
y'all both working together now.
So let me try to get him and then I'll have him here. Okay? Okay. So I need him to stop. Be careful, Mr. Wyckoff.
Thank you, Judge. So do you want me to just roll it to next week or
Yeah, let's put it on for Monday.
Monday? Okay.
Hey,
His driver's license is ineligible, Judge.
He did? Okay. This is an affidavit that you're going to sign right now, promising me that you're not going to drive. In the short life that we have, I don't give a rat's behind what an excuse is. You cannot justify getting into a car and driving for any reason whatsoever. I don't care if there's a child that has to go to the hospital. I don't care if there's a burning building where you have to save 50 people. If you do not have a license and liability insurance, a taxi driver license, you are not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. It's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand?
Sir.
You need to have your lawyer here. I don't know why they're not here.
I was contacting him.
We are going to reset your case Monday. Get in contact with your lawyer for this weekend. You must also bring your bonding paperwork so that we know that you bonded out.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't see it. They haven't seen it. All I show is that it's in warrant status. There's a screen that you say that bond has been posted.
Yes.
Oh,
So it still reflects open warrant because there are two JPs, right? So ours says we are executed per bond being posted. So the Y,
bring the paperwork just in case next time. And then we'll see you Monday. Here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive and then we'll get you out of here. I appreciate your tenacity, Mr. Leeper, but he has a DWI. He's got an FSRA where we have a dead body. He's not one violation. We're now working on our second to third violation. And now you're putting something, or I don't even know, but all I know is that the device lost contact with your leg for 2 days. That is unacceptable. When you have issues with a monitor, you bring it to your lawyer's attention. You come to court and you say, look, this is what's happening. You don't put something in there in hopes that we're not going to notice. And now you tell your lawyer after the fact. I'm sorry, Mr. Lee, but what choice do I have but to revoke his bond again? You know, I know that it's upsetting, but no, I have a very serious case with you. You've been ordered not, you know that there is no tolerance in this case. Yet, you lost contact for 2 days. I'm revoking your bond. Go to jail. Sorry.
Bam. There it is. Go to jail. Sorry. No hearing, no debate. Judge Fleischer just showed us his zero tolerance policy for bond violations. This is the good judge taking off the velvet glove. That sorry isn't an apology. Superior at the end of a sentence. The drama starts now.
Sleeper. I mean, I don't know. Judge, I'm not getting through.
Well, this is the other side of it too. He can't switch legs. He's got a GPS on his other one. He should have, I agree with you, this court, I agree with it, but something's good. We're gonna have to change something or even move him to like a full-time portable blow because it's not an alcohol issue, Judge. And, he obviously made the mistake.
I don't know that, right? Until you come here and tell me, I don't know. The only thing I know is we have a DWI. We've got an FSRA, we've got a dead body, and I've got multiple violations. And now you're hiding, you're doing something 2 days that I don't know about. You know what the proper procedure is when there's an issue. And you're just not doing it. You do what you want to do. That's not the way it works. And now you go to jail. Goes with you. I'm sorry, Mr. Leeper. I can't continue to justify it.
Fine, Judge.
He does bond out. We'll craft a different solution. I'm all ears, but I'm not going to let him continue to subvert.
What's his bond set at?
10,002. I mean, it doesn't make me happy, but I have to let him know that I'm serious, you know, and you go 2 days, you don't have it. You've lost contact. I don't know what he's doing in 2 days.
This is, and the thing that frustrates me about these devices, he doesn't know he's lost contact. That's a whole, we don't get an alert saying that he's lost contact. He didn't know until this thing came in. And so it's on his leg. He's showing up to work. He's back home on time.
The device is snug to your skin. It's literally, it has to have constant contact with your skin. So for it to lose contact with your skin, there's something in between it, or they've done something to it. They've loosed.
Hold up, this is a critical insight. The defense attorney just exposed a huge flaw in the system. The defendant didn't know he lost contact. The judge's comeback. If the device lost skin contact, he tampered with it. This is the core clash. A. Potential tech failure versus the presumption of violation. Who do you believe?
Loosened it to where it's lost contact. They've put something in there. That's why it's impossible for us to know. The only thing that we do know is that it lost contact and it lost it for 2 days. You know? Yeah, if it was our first rodeo, if it was our first, you know, I always give someone the benefit of the doubt. But here we are over and over and over. And I've admonished him the last time. If you ever have any problems, you come to us. You don't do things on your own.
Thank you, Jeff.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lister. So, well, look, he'll end up bonding out. When he does, come back and we'll talk about it. And we'll figure some solution out. My only issue is that if I give him a portable device, is he's going to start skipping blows. That's why we have the SCRAM. But I'm willing to give him an opportunity to let the leg heal, give him a portable device.
Keep him on GPS and keep him on curfew hours.
Same thing, but I'm telling you, if I start seeing skipped blows, we'll have an issue. You know? Do me a favor. On Ms. Rivera, you take Lot Brooks off, please.
Yes.
Yeah, right now, please. Do you have a lawyer, Ms. Rivera?
No, sir.
Let me express how upset I am at this case, at how long it's been going on, and how much drama this has caused. You are now ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to put a GPS monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. I'm now also giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. If I find that you consume alcohol or illegal drugs, I will revoke your bond. No. Let's do this. Do you mind appointing her a lawyer now, please, so we can once and all, just take a seat for me in the jury box, man. You're not allowed to leave. You know, it may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be next year. But one day you're going to look at this day and you're going to go, why did I not make it work? You're in the PTI program. You've now been removed because of all these issues that we've had. You've now worked out an agreement. And what you need to understand that this DWI is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. This is extremely important because if you're ever in a car and you get pulled over and you have the smell of alcohol, you have the smell of marijuana, anything funky, an officer, the first thing they do is they're going to look at your record. If they come up to your car and they smell funky, it's probably not going to go well. You need to understand that from now on.
Listen to this warning. A DWI on your record is even there after you die. Fleischer isn't just processing a case. He's trying to tattoo the consequence into this guy's brain. He's connecting today's mistake to every future traffic stop. This is the good judge trying to prevent the next victim.
You will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Any new cases that you pick up. Do you understand?
That's right.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement, Ms. Rivera. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged read to open court. if you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, this isn't like Target, you can return it. It will go on your record. It will be there forever. Do you understand? You need to understand one more thing, that you're allowed to make mistakes. But when you endanger other people's lives repeatedly, there are extremely serious consequences. When you pick up a second DWI, what your lawyer asked me to do, he asked me to do two things. The first thing he asked me to do was to roll your court costs and to take off the DPS supervisory fee. The DPS supervisory fee in and of itself is $3,000, not to mention the court costs, which are another $400 to $500 on a first. You pick up a DWI second, you're looking at a minimum of around $6,000 in fines and fees. Do you understand? I'm going to waive your fines and fees today. But if you pick up another one, get ready. Do you understand? For $50, $40, one button can get you a car to take you wherever you want to go in the city. It's a geographical oddity where it's $40 wherever you want to go. Don't matter. Use Uber. Do you understand? Me, I'm now going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive at all. The other thing he asked me to do was to waive this so that you have no license suspension. With all the issues and the fact of this now, no, I am suspending your license for a year. Do not get into a car. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
We're not asking for much. All we want are streets to be safe. Every single day someone dies, and it's just not fair. Don't kill anyone. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 24 days in jail. I'm going to give you credit for the 8 days that you've done. I'm going to waive 3,400. What is it?
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm now waiving $3,475. Do you understand? Good luck, man. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm approaching on Hunter.
On who?
Hunter. He's got,
Patriot Hunter?
I'm sorry?
Okay. Is he here?
He is here. He has a BVR, but before we address the BVR, can I ask you to hear PC?
Haven't I already found PC?
You have, but there is a disconnect between what is in the DIMS and what the body camera shows.
I can't get into that now because that gets into more than just, you know what I mean? That we would do for like a suppression. But when you start getting into evidentiary things, like that gets into more outside of a scope of, because I have to give them the opportunity to respond to that too.
So I spoke with the state about this yesterday. And I don't know what has come of that.
I mean, I want to be fair to you guys, right? And when at a PC hearing, when someone starts getting into body cams and into videos and
I apologize. Again, I'm relatively new to the court, so I don't really know how what the court policy is on that. So
I'm always happy to rehear PC something on anything. But when you get into using evidence into a PC hearing, like I guess that defeats the purpose because it's just supposed to, on its own, there's either PC for the PC hearing or there just isn't.
On the face of the DIMS, I'm going to argue there's no PC. This case was charged as having a gun in plain view. The officer in the DIMS, what he swore to, the gun was between the driver's seat and the center console. If it's between.
Well, it was like the butt of the gun was visible, right? If I remember.
But that it has to be immediately apparent that it's a gun. And The reason I want you to see the body camera is within the first 2 minutes of the officer approaching the car, he asks Mr. Hunter if he has a gun. Mr. Hunter tells the truth and says yes. And the next thing the officer says is, "Where is it?"
I get it. I need to give them time to look at it though, you know? I mean, to be fair,
Okay.
both sides have to have the opportunity to look at what you're complaining about, that there's no PC, because they haven't had the opportunity to look at what you're saying. So the me would be me allowing you to get into evidence where they've not been able to see it.
But it's their body camera.
I know that, but they're not prepared now. I mean, imagine we have 100 cases every day, you know? And it's just kind of like springing it on them. Hey, by the way.
Here's what we can do, Judge, and this is okay. When you get a setting for hearing,
So-
you want to have, because anything with body cam, I'd like to at least have an officer explain it.
Okay.
I think it's unfair to the officer to have just his body cam played before without any kind of context. But what I will do is I will look at the body cam as well. We will look at the body
Okay.
cam as well, evaluate it there.
I'm always happy to do it, but I want to be fair to them
Okay.
too, you know?
So this case is set for trial, I believe, on March 18th. My concern is that Mr. Hunter does have an allegation of a bond violation. And if he goes back in and there's no PC, he's being held on a case where,
PC's been found. I found PC. There is probable cause to go forward now. You're just saying, in your opinion, that there's no, after further looking through the evidence, so you're saying he's not guilty, right? But there is probable cause to go forward.
Switch up. We just went from a tense violation hearing to a masterclass in Probable Cause 101. The defense argues the video contradicts the report, but Fleischer shuts it down on procedure. You can't spring evidence. This is a sharp lesson in courtroom strategy versus the rules of the game. The law isn't just about what's true, it's about how you prove it.
I found probable cause. You're just saying that he's not guilty because, you know, the video may not show what you think they're alleging.
okay,
But, you know, regardless, come up, Mr. Hunter. He's testing positive over and over for meth.
no, he missed a drug test on the 18th.
Come on.
And if you send in a test today, he will be clean.
I'm sending you for a test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
It's now 11:30, so I guess we'll have to put it off for Monday, you know,
Okay.
but, where did I see somewhere that was alleged that there was meth or?
That was his first drug test back in,
Okay. So he was just a no-show at that time.
Yeah, he
Okay,
just-
I'm sending you for a test now, Mr. Hunter.
okay,
So if it's negative, great. If it's not, we'll deal with it when we get there. But
Okay.
I'm sending you for a test now. If you ever fail to show again, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? You know better than anything. You have to show up to these tests. You know. Okay, so just have him take a seat. I'll have him sent and then we'll roll to Monday.
and this case is set for trial on the 15th. The state has already filed, I think, their pretrial motions. Is there a way we can move it up and we'll waive the 20 days?
You speak to them. I'm
Okay,
happy to do whatever you
I
want to
just
do
don't
as long as they're
trial
in
dates you
agreement.
have.
Sorry?
I just don't know what trial dates you have.
Ramona's back there.
Okay,
She can tell you.
Okay.
But, you know, if we're going before, you need to get their approval.
okay.
As far as, you know, waiving any kind of
Well, if you were going to
deadlines.
be here next week, or if you were going to be out, there's no point
I'm
in
not going
asking.
anywhere.
Okay.
I never go anywhere.
You need a vacation, Judge.
All right. You ain't lying. Okay, so Hunter, take a seat. I'm sitting.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Sit down.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Cooley. I'm sorry. Mr. Cooley, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. So,
On February 21st, 2025, an officer observed a white Nissan Sentra without a front license plate. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant driver. The officer observed the odor of marijuana. The defendant admitted to having a cigar blunt with marijuana inside the vehicle. A probable cause search was conducted. The officer observed an electronic scale in the front driver's side door panel, a full cigar with marijuana inside tucked near the passenger seat and center console, and a large plastic bag containing approximately 1.06 ounces of marijuana on the passenger floorboard. The officer found a box of sandwich-sized Ziploc bags and one separate Ziploc bag containing marijuana residue. The defendant was identified with his Louisiana ID.
Can you run him to see if he has a Texas driver license, please?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Cooley, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So the only condition I'm putting on you at this time is you are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you understand?
Sir.
If you do not have either, then you are not allowed to drive. And I'm making that a condition of your bond. If I find that you do, then I will put you in jail. Do you understand? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Lawyer.
Okay, I need you to fill out an application for me to see whether you qualify. So Deputy Echigoin is going to give you an application. I'll have you fill it out. I'll take a look at it. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, though. Do you understand? Okay,
So nothing is copied.
so you do not have you don't have a Texas driver license. You're not allowed to drive. This is an affidavit that you're going to be signing with me today. I don't care what's going on in your life, Mr. Cooley. I don't care that you have to go to work. I don't care that the baby has to go to the hospital. If you don't have a license and insurance, do not drive. Do you understand? If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and I will scream with joy taking this off for you. But until that point, don't. All right, I'm going to have you swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Victoria for your sign your reset, and then Deputy Echigoin will give you an application. All right, please.
An officer observed a white Nissan Sentra without a front license plate. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant, driver. The officer observed the odor of marijuana. The defendant admitted to having a cigar blunt with marijuana inside the vehicle. A probable cause search was conducted. The officer observed an electronic scale in the front driver door panel, a full cigar with marijuana inside tucked in near the passenger seat and center console, and a large plastic bag containing approximately 0.016 ounces of marijuana.
You ready for it? All right, Judge. So in Texas, we can't distinguish between hemp and marijuana. The only thing that distinguishes it is the concentration of THC in the substance. We don't have a lab report. He could easily have said, hey, it's marijuana, thinking it's marijuana, but if it's hemp, it's not illegal to have it. He could be under a mistake of fact or a mistake of law. So he doesn't know. He didn't give him, hey, here's a lab report of the substance that's in there. They don't have a lab report. They can't tell me if that's marijuana or if it's hemp, which is legal. It could be either one of those substances.
I think that there's probably a totality of circumstances, and not to mention the admission, that makes it enough for probable cause to go forward. Now, if the lab report comes back and there's something different, okay. But for probable cause purposes, I think that there's enough to go forward.
Without the lab, just being clear, we don't have a lab at this time.
I think that there's enough to go forward.
Understood. Thank you, Judge. All right, have a seat, Mr. Cooley. I'm going to bring another client out for PC in a moment. I'll let.
Sure. How did she get here?
She went to Fort one.
Oh,
It was
that's right.
a transfer with the Mendoza one. So they just sent her over here to.
So there's a co-defendant in this case.
Yes, Judge Mendoza, he's here too, but we're waiting on counsel to show up. And she said she was gonna ask for a court appointment.
Ms. Vargas, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. On February 21st, 2025, At around midnight, officers in Harris County, Texas were patrolling Greens Point Drive when they observed a truck with expired registration from December of 2024. A traffic stop was conducted. Upon approach, the officer detected a strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle. After the defendant was removed from the front passenger seat and detained, a search revealed a marijuana cigar and a pistol magazine under the driver's seat. The officers located a black Taurus pistol with a loaded magazine and a purse behind the driver's seat. After being Mirandized, the defendant claimed that the pistol belonged to her friend's boyfriend and admitted that the purse was hers. Additional marijuana was found in a yellow backwoods container in the center console.
Was the gun found in her purse, near the purse? Because,
Yes, the pistol was found inside her purse behind the driver's seat.
okay. But Ms. Mendoza, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. How old are you, ma'am?
18.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to test you. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. If I find that you have a weapon, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds, man.
Judge, could I get the calls number one more time?
255 2544.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
Probably.
Do you work? What do you do?
I'm a hostess.
Did you graduate from high school?
No.
Okay, we're going to work on that as well. I will give you a lawyer today, okay? I need you to fill out an application. So Deputy Miranda is going to give you an application. I need you to fill it out for me. I'll have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. But all I want are my streets to be safe. If I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you're a danger, you break these conditions, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? This is the only warning that you're going to get. So heed it well. Okay, come on.
Record flag. I'm gonna fax you your reset.
This morning.
It's not on your document.
I don't have it on mine.
But I added it.
I don't understand how we have now another case. So since January, we're now working our fourth case.
4-6.
Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor, speak up loud enough for this man to hear you.
Sir.
You now stand charged with another unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On February 21st, 2025 at 12:23 a.m., officers in Harris County, Texas were patrolling 400 Greens Point Drive when they observed a vehicle with expired registration from December of 2024. A traffic stop was conducted. Upon approach, the officers detected a strong odor of marijuana from the vehicle. After the defendant was removed and detained, a search revealed a marijuana cigar and a pistol magazine under the driver's seat. When questioned about a firearm, the defendant claims no knowledge of its location. Additional marijuana, 14.85 grams, was found in a yellow backwoods container in the center console. Continuing the search, officers located a black Smith & Wesson pistol unholstered underneath the back middle seat with a loaded magazine, but no round in the chamber. After consulting with the DA's office, charges were accepted as the defendant was under 21 years of age.
That the only reason? Being under 21? Or was it coupled with something else, other criminality? I mean, if it's just under 21, I'm going to have a problem with it. But if you tell me that there's weed in the car, then that's a separate issue.
Yes, Judge, it is the marijuana, and that's what the information states.
Let's see.
One for sure.
Right, okay, so it says here, February 21, 2025, did then there unlawfully, intentionally, and knowingly carry on or about the defendant's person a handgun in a motor vehicle under the control of the defendant, and the defendant was engaged in criminal activity other than a Class C misdemeanor that is a violation of law or ordinance regulating traffic, namely possession of marijuana. Okay? Mr. Mendoza, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now going to put an ankle monitor on you, and I'm going to give you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm now also sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system, and I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're using anything as of today, you will go into custody. Do you understand? You're working on your 4th case since January of this year. I am not happy with you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you have a weapon, if I find that you pick up a new case, if I find that you break curfew, it's really not going to go well for you. Do you understand? You're not to have contact with the co-defendant in this case as well. All right, so I'm going to send him for a test. He's to come back, and then we'll have the other bond conditions for him.
You bet, Joe.
Depending on how the test comes back, we're at the reset. So if it's positive or something, then what we'll do is we'll set him off for 40 to 50 days for him to get, clean out, and then we'll do another test and we'll go from there. He will have a curfew. If he, and the GPS monitor, he breaks the curfew, then so you already know. I've already had to revoke your bond multiple times on your other cases. You know what happens.
9 p.m. to 6 a.m. means you're in the house by 9 p.m. and you do not leave the house until 6 a.m.
Okay.
Clear. Thank you, Judge. And would you like me to wait around for that reset and for that, or?
I guess,
Or you get with me?
we'll get you the date, and then just leave your cell phone.
Absolutely.
That way I can call you, and then we'll let you know, or we can have you Zoom on.
You bet, Judge. Thank you so much. Would you like him to? Okay.
Mr. Lieber.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
Hey.
Just wanted to, you know who I'm here on. Judge, this situation is easily distinguished from the first one. And the reason why I wanted to bring him in, I wanted the court to see his leg. It is completely true.
This is the wild card, a fugitive bond, a case from Maryland. This is where Courtroom TV meets real-life legal spaghetti. Fleischer has to untangle jurisdiction, bond timelines, and another state's warrant, all in 30 seconds. It's a reminder that behind every local case, there can be a nationwide paper trail.
Up underneath where this SCRAM device is. He had a 0 blow. That's not the issue.
But do we not have a positive?
We know there's no positive at all, Judge. 0. It is.
Zahra is the last name, right?
Viharo, yes, sir. It's 250-6632.
Okay. So the BVR is. We have a confirmed tamper from 2/2025, 2/37 to, for 2 days, we have a tamper.
Our vehicular crimes division wanted to object on this case, so if we could have a moment to reach out to them.
Yeah, Mr. Leeper, I guess you give me a second, see if we can get Mr. Silva here. Is she the one that's coming?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I know that earlier too. Thank you.
Yeah, do you mind?
No worries, Judge. Thank you.
For sure. Carl.
Won't be able to offer him a fugitive bond, but we were gonna,
A what?
a fugitive bond. You said no.
I don't remember. I mean,
But
we've
we're-
had so many cases.
But I'm on, but we're gonna reapproach.
I'm happy to hear.
So the only question, but I do have a question though. So if I have a client that has a fugitive warrant, the other court controls their court date? Or does this court?
No. So is he on docket today?
No.
So what happens if someone has an open case elsewhere?
Okay.
And they've not made bond on that case?
Okay.
This fugitive case is put on hold. It's told until they either make bond on the case upstairs or they dispose of it somehow. They plead or it gets dismissed.
Okay.
Then if they have waived here, the 14 days starts running. If they have not waived, then we need to bring them back to do all the, either the waiver, either a bond, or we get a governor's warrant.
Got it. Okay.
The governor's warrant takes another 90 days. So do you know, have they made bond? Is it a felony case?
Well, he made bond on his felony case.
He made bond.
The case is out of Maryland.
Right, but did
He made a bond on his, yeah,
Did he refuse here?
no.
He waived?
Mm-hmm.
So the 14 days has started ticking already from the day that he made bond. So if it's been like a week, he probably has some time under his belt. I don't know.
Okay.
But-
It's back on your docket next week.
Okay.
So we'll just
If you want to move it up,
Okay.
can, but we got to let Day know, Mr. Kim, you know Day? Kim,
Oh, yeah, I do. I do.
let him know.
Okay.
Rope him in and then I'll do whatever you want to do. If you want to do it again, we can do it again, but I mean, no promises, right?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure. Mr. Alexander?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Alexander.
We're in front of you today on a evading case, Judge. I want to see if you hear PC on this one.
Okay. Oh, he has a fugitive case too.
Yes, that was appointed previously on the fugitive. It's out of Mississippi, but he's got an evading, which we're dealing with today.
Okay. And the bird, he's got an open bird of habitation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Alexander, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On February 20th, 2025, at approximately 1:00 p.m., the officer was conducting a proactive investigation of a burglary of a habitation in Harris County, Texas. The officer was in plain clothes and driving an unmarked police vehicle. The officer saw an individual matching the description of the suspect caught on Ring camera burglarizing a house. The individual is later identified as the defendant. The officers observed the defendant crossing a road where no crosswalk was provided. And then the plainclothes officer advised a marked police unit to stop the defendant and ID him for the traffic violation. The officer approached the defendant in the marked police vehicle with emergency lights activated. The defendant noticed the officer and began to run through an apartment complex. The officer drove into the apartment complex and the officer in plain clothes drove into the apartment complex and he was able to cut off the defendant and apprehend him. The defendant evaded for approximately 300
Did he even
yards.
tell him to stop?
So, but he was.
No, we don't work on hunches, right? You can't assume anything.
I'm not, Judge. I'm saying that he saw the emergency lights were activated and he ran away from the police officer.
Did he tell him to stop?
No, Judge.
Yeah, no problem cause.
Thank you, Judge.
Of course. Okay.
On February 21st, 2025, officers observed the defendant run a stop sign at Carmel Lane or turning into Leewood, heading north in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was conducted. The officer requested identification and the defendant provided a TDCJ inmate card with the name Dangwin. The officer ran that name and came back to have some multiple City of Houston warrants, so placed the defendant under arrest. At JPC, they fingerprinted him through ACES and found that his true identity was Angwin, and that he had a felony warrant for PCS.
Okay. Mr. Nguyen, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run his license, please? See if he has a license.
He is not eligible, Your Honor.
Okay. You are not allowed to drive. You do not have a Texas driver license. Do you understand? Unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, do not get into a car. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising that you're not going to drive, Mr. Lynn. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you have to go save someone and get in a car. Do not drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine, not to mention revoking your bond and putting you in jail. Do you understand? If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then I will happily take this thing off. All I'm asking you to do is follow the law. Do not drive until you get those things and approval from us. That is the only condition that we are going to place on you today, Ms. Nguyen. You have a lawyer because you have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with Kimberly, and she will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she cannot get a hold of you because you're playing games or you've taken off, I will issue a warrant, no more PR bonds. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive,
Yes, you've had a surety bond.
and then after that, we'll let you go.
Yeah, surety bond.
Okay, yeah, I mean, and so he also has something upstairs as well. So do you want the same day?
I want to talk to Victoria about that. I think this will probably, that case will probably resolve this case, so.
Yeah, but we can put in a day. I
I'm
mean,
gonna do the same day, but I think we could shop a little bit later.
it's okay, whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mooney, come on.
Good to see you. Pleasure.
You too?
It's good.
Wonderful. Always good. Four. Thanks. I would have more if I had more money too. I'm just,
Good to see you, right? I know, good to see you.
you too? Who's junior? And you are?
The third.
The third. Gentlemen, both of you are charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On February 20th, 2025, officers were dispatched to First Baptist Church. A caller stated that a white pickup truck parked behind the Baptist Church and two Hispanic males exited the truck and were walking around the property. The officer arrived on scene and observed one of the ground level windows opened and a window air conditioner unit pushed in on the inside of the building. The officers then observed two Hispanic males exit the doors on the west side of the building. The defendants then turn and look at the officers and then run in the opposite direction for approximately 30 yards to C Street, run an additional 20 yards to First Street, and then turn and run an additional 30 to 40 yards. Due to the circumstances of the incidents indicating this was possible further progress with fleeing suspects who could have been armed, the officers drew their duty pistol and gave defendant Love Jr. several commands to get on the ground and allow him time to comply. He disregarded the command, so the officer took defendant Love Jr. to the ground. Defendant Love III ran around the building and then subsequently followed commands to lay on the ground. They were both detained. Defendant Love Jr. stated that they panicked, so they ran. The officer stated, "You looked right at me and knew I was a cop, but you still ran," to which the defendant stated, "I know, bro, it wasn't the right thing to do, sir."
Your Honor.
They look at the cop and they run.
Yes, Your Honor.
Cops never tell them to stop. And what are they doing wrong? I guess, I mean, what is this, Minority Report? You know what I mean?
I don't have anything additional to say.
Guys, be careful. You know what I mean? How old are you, sir?
18.
You gotta be careful, man. When you start racking up convictions, life doesn't get easier, man. It gets so much more difficult. And the more convictions you rack up, you're only 18, man. Life doesn't get easier. You get bigger, fatter, you lose hair. It doesn't get easier. And the more convictions you get, the worse you make life. Life is all about money. And if you have money, then life is great. And you only get it with one thing. This or this. Hard work or knowledge. Going around picking up cases, that's not the right way. Don't pollute. Do you understand?
Sir.
I'm going to find no probable cause on both of your cases.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Take a seat. Good morning, Miss Mary. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you then. Okay.
Your Honor, on Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, officers observed a vehicle hit a curb median while traveling eastbound at the 10,500 Genoa Road in Harris County, Texas. A traffic stop was conducted. The officer smelled a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage on her breath and observed her to have glassy eyes. The defendant admitted to drinking one tequila Sunrise alcoholic beverage. SMSTs were conducted. It was a 6 out of 6 on the HN, but they transported her to JPC for the other test due to rainy weather and the defendant wearing heels. She then at JPC refused the rest of the SMSTs and blood were inside.
Okay. Miss Mary, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. Have you run her to see if she has any priority to be eyes and if she has a license? Please. Miss Mary, I'm going to, like I said, find probable cause. I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using either, I will revoke your bond, put you in custody. Do you understand?
He is eligible if he is necessary.
Great. As long as you have valid liability insurance in your name, as well as the license, you may continue to drive. If you do not have either, then you may not drive. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with counsel and they'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you've gone AWOL, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Don't pick up any new case. All right? For now, I'll have you sign a resale. Victoria will have you get with Felicia if your bond conditions, then you're free to go. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Or Rachel Gutierrez. Ms. Gutierrez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you now.
On February 23rd, 2025, at approximately 3 o'clock in the morning, the officer observed a vehicle fail to signal lane changes twice and disregard traffic control devices, changing lanes over solid white lane markers, and then return to the lane it was already in. The temporary tag that the defendant had on her vehicle was expired as of January 17, 2025, and was voided. The officer continued to follow the vehicle, and the vehicle repeatedly failed to drive in a single lane despite another vehicle in front of it. The vehicle was also clocked traveling 60 miles per hour in a 50-mile-per-hour zone. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant driver, and she was identified by Texas driver's license. The officer observed red, glassy eyes and the odor of alcohol emitting from the defendant's person. The officer also observed the odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle. The defendant admitted to consuming 2 beers and admitted to smoking a blunt while driving until the officer pulled her over. The defendant stated she was headed north, and she stated she was headed home, but her home was in the opposite direction as she was traveling. SFSTs were conducted. 4 out of 6 clues observed on the HTN, 4 out of 8 clues observed on the walk-in turn, 2 out of 4 clues observed on the one-leg stand. The defendant consented to provide a blood specimen.
Okay. Any prior DWIs and can you?
No prior DWIs, and her driver's license is eligible.
Okay. Ms. Gutierrez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming either, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds.
Okay.
Do you understand? Ma'am, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
Fine.
Okay. Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'll have you fill out an application or sign a receipt. Victoria will get police you for your bond conditions, and then we'll take a look at your application.
Okay.
Please. All right. You are Marcus Leonard.
Yes.
Mr. Leonard, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Just so you know, you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you, but on Zoom as opposed to being in person. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. Okay.
On February 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers met with the complaining witness as a walk-up.
Hold on a second. Do not talk. Okay.
Officers met with the complaining witness as a walk-up. Complaining witness stated that on February 19th, 2025, he and the defendant with his father stated that they were discussing who was stronger and that the defendant eventually felt disrespected by this. Complaining witness stated that the defendant then pushed him into a bathtub and then told the complaining witness to leave. And when the complaining witness was grabbing clothes, the defendant pinned the complaining witness and struck him in the eye, causing an orbital fracture.
So it's son. So I see that he's a prior assault. Same complaining witness?
The one from 2008?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe so, Judge.
Okay. Have you ripped, or have you spoken to the complaining witness in this case?
Yes.
What is his wish?
No comment.
Okay. Did you hear that, Mr. Evans?
Yes, I know Mr. Leonard very well, 20 years. I'm very familiar with the situation, so I understand completely.
All right, so Mr. Leonard, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. It appears that a protective order has been issued on the 22nd of this month. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, then the state can and probably will file a violation of the protective order. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? I am also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact or not to be in possession of any weapons. If I find that you have contact with the complaining witness in this case, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Now, you've got a great lawyer. Because you have one, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but stay in touch with Mr. Evans. He'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. So do you mind filing no contact in the weapons, please? So for now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We will have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then after that, you'll be free to go. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, though.
Thank you, Judge.
Hold on, I need to get your date.
No, we already got it yesterday.
Oh, you got
I
it?
came by yesterday. I came by yesterday.
All right, have fun, man. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Judge, next is page 8. McKelvey,
About your guy,
he hasn't been brought up yet.
still no. Do you think we'll get him?
Maybe,
Are you, can you be here Monday? If we don't get him today, can you be here Monday?
Yes, and I think that's what we're anticipating on doing. I talked with the chief, talked with the coroner. I think the plan will be to roll into Monday.
Okay.
kind of Find out. This, you may recall, this is the issue. This had the competency questions. The gentleman who we did competency order, he'd been sent out of state to Louisiana. We did get that back. It had some issues and he was on a 90-day mental health PTI. So there are some questions and I need to see what state he's in, so.
And I just have some concerns now about.
Obviously, because it's number 4.
And if he's not going to be accepting DDRP, I mean, I think it's leaving us with very little options here. And I just can't be conscious.
So you want DDRP?
Well, I don't think DDRP is acceptable.
What do you think?
Well, we did a TRAS before in order to see about that. The TRAS, during the TRAS, they said, well, it's hearing voices, so we can't really continue the TRAS. And then their recommendation was we can't accept them in our DDRP because there's been a history of aggressiveness with the staff. And so we tried to go that route and just didn't find any available kind of resources. And so that's where we thought, well, maybe the best resource is a mental health PTI. And that's where things were at until, at least to my knowledge, until I got that email.
Okay. I guess we'll roll it to Monday. We'll figure out.
Yes, I'll look at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Brent. You are Ms. McKelvey.
Yes, sir.
Ms. McKelvey, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On February 21st, 2025, officers observed a black SUV traveling northbound on the Gulf Freeway at a high rate of speed at 98 miles per hour. The registration was expired as of February 2024. A traffic stop was conducted and the officer detected a strong stand. She consented to breath, which came back to a 0.139.135.
Can you prior DWIs? You are an NCRC, please.
Yes, Your Honor. There's no prior DWIs. There are a couple of theft convictions.
And license, please.
Her license now.
Ms. McKelvey, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any illegal substances like marijuana, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you do not have a valid Texas driver license and a liability insurance, then you're not allowed to drive as well. That is also a bond condition of yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? Or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer?
I'm a hiring one.
Okay. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You will get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go, ma'am.
Okay.
Good morning.
Are you signing? This is Mr. Mendoza?
Yes, Joe. And you should have a attorney appearance on file.
Let's see. I got it. You are Mr. Mendoza. Sir, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir.
On February 23rd, 2025, officer observed the defendant fail to stop at a designated stopping point in Harris County, Texas. The defendant was driving and stopped after the white stop line at the intersection when the traffic light was red. The defendant almost crashed into another vehicle before stopping, so a traffic stop was initiated. While the defendant was stopping, he ran into a chain link barrier that was blocking a private property. The defendant, the driver, was identified by his Texas driver's license and stated that he was coming from his sister's residence. The officer observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and an odor of an alcoholic beverage. The officer asked the defendant to exit the vehicle, and the officer observed him to be unsteady on his feet. The HGN was a 6 out of 6. The defendant was then detained. He advised that he had a handgun under the middle console. The SFSTs were conducted at the intoxication room, which was a 5 out of 8 on the walk and turn and a 2 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The DIC was read and consented to breath, which came back to a .150 and a .145.
Okay. Any prior to WIs and does he have a license?
In your honor.
Yeah.
And his driver's license is eligible.
Okay. Mr. Mendoza, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? Now you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them, and they'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Judge, no weapons?
Yeah, I guess so. Right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I be
Thanks,
excused?
guys. Yes, ma'am. More Ms. Rios. More. So you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. On February 20th, 2025, officers were dispatched regarding a DWI at the 14,700 block of Wallaceville Drive in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the black Dodge Charger parked at an intersection when the light was green for motor vehicles to proceed forward. The officer utilized his horn to get the driver's attention, but did not get a response. He then made contact with the defendant, who was the driver and sole occupant, and observed the defendant to be asleep while the motor vehicle was operational at the time of the offense while his foot was on the brake. The officers were able to open the motor vehicle through the front passenger door to turn off the car and observed red bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, and chunks of vomit on the defendant's shirt. The defendant denied consuming any alcoholic beverages and stated that he was coming home from work. The SFSTs were conducted. It was a 6 out of 6 on the HGN, a 3 out of 8 on the walking turn, and a 2 out of 4 on the one leg stand. The DIC was read and the defendant consented to breath. The results are a .140 and a .141. He was identified by his driver's license.
Got it. Any other prior to WIs and license?
No prior DWIs and his license is eligible.
Got it. All right. Mr. Rios, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming any, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Now, because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them, and they'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you, you pick up a new case. If you're a danger to my community, I only have one place for you. Do you understand? Yes, sir. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. You're Ms. Torres Rodriguez. Ma'am, you were charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to be silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you.
On Saturday, February 22nd, 2025, officers were dispatched to a theft call for service at the target at 22165 FM 529 in Harris County, Texas. The LPO advised that the defendant was observed on video placing items in her shopping cart. She then went to a different aisle and began placing those items in her purse. The defendant then exited the store past all points of sale with those unpaid items inside of her purse. The reportee then escorted the defendant back into the store and had the defendant empty the stolen merchandise from her purse. The total value of the item stolen was $469.92.
Got it. Okay, Ms. Torres, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go to any Target whatsoever for any reason. You understand? If I find that you go to a Target or if you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, no more PR bonds. You understand? You mind filing that? No going to any Target, please. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am? Would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer? Or what would you like to do? Okay, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we'll get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. You are Erica Vasquez.
Yes, hello, sir.
Ms. Vasquez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On February 23rd, 2025, officers were dispatched to the 23,900th block of FM 529 Road in reference to a major accident. The officer made contact with the paramedics who were providing care to the defendant and stated that the defendant required transport to the hospital due to complaints of pain and high blood sugar levels. The witness stated he observed the defendant still sitting behind the wheel of the vehicle when he pulled over to assist her after seeing the vehicle stuck in the ditch. The defendant stated she failed to maintain a single lane, which caused the vehicle to go off the roadway and enter a ditch filled with water. The defendant admitted to drinking 2 bottles of Smirnoff and was observed to have red glossy eyes and the odor of alcohol on her breath. The defendant was transported to the hospital. The officer observed an open 24-ounce twisted tea can, which was cold to the touch in the center console.
So drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge. SMSTs could not be conducted. The blood warrant was found and executed.
Valid Texas license? Ms. Vasquez, I'm going to find that there's enough probable cause to go forward with your case. I am now taking away your privilege to drive. You are not allowed to drive for any reason. Do you understand? If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months of jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what your reason is. There's no justification you could give for getting in a car and driving. Do you understand?
He does have an eligible driver's license.
Yeah, please have the phone calls on it.
Any prior DWIs?
No prior DWIs, Judge.
This is the affidavit that you're going to be signing with me. This is a court order that you promise you're not going to drive. Do you understand, Ms. Vasquez? I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
I have a lawyer.
You already have a lawyer?
Yes.
You hired one, or are you going to
Yeah,
go?
I hired one already.
Oh, Judge, I guess it just signed on.
So what we'll do is we'll just have you take well, first now, I'm going to have you come up, swear to us that you're not going to drive, and we'll get you to Victoria, sign and reset. You will get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and then we'll just have you wait for your lawyer and back. Okay?
Good morning, how are you?
Hey, what's new?
I have an off docket, is that okay?
No problem.
Okay. The cause number is 255-2517. This is for Brandon Brown.
Okay.
I am not his counsel on the misdemeanor case. I'm his counsel on the felony case. I was informed from misdemeanor counsel that we wanted to put him on the docket. He's on the docket Monday here because he didn't have a felony bond. And so,
We want to, no, I think that
right? Okay.
we wanted to,
Like figure out what was happening in felony.
and here, because he just picked up a new case. He's on bond for at least one case with us. So we're going to put it to speak about his bond situation. That's
Yeah, so I just came back from felony. I was appointed on Tuesday. He did not receive a bond that day because he was on a parole hold. And then that,
parole hold now.
no, it was lifted that same day that I was appointed. We couldn't tell because, I don't know if you remember on Tuesday, like all the defense attorneys were kind of locked out of the internet and I couldn't check. So anyway, parole hold's lifted. And so on Monday, we put him on for Monday in felony to get a bond there and probably, hopefully resolve it that same day because the case is old. Yeah, it's from 2023.
Right.
So just wanted to make misdemeanor aware,
Is that going to swallow this one up too, you think?
possibly, possibly.
Get the cost number?
Yes.
Is there a global offer?
There is no global offer, Judge. So he's got the 3 misdemeanors here and the 1.
He has two.
He has 2.
He has
You see.
2 evadings and a PON, from what
I've got no PC, I think. Or is it still open? Did you guys know?
It was discharged, no PC. It's not dismissed yet, Judge.
It's not dismissed. Okay. So yes, technically, I mean, well, there's nothing that I can do with that anyways, right?
Right.
So,
So just wanted to make the court aware. I don't know if y'all want to put him for Tuesday.
okay. I have to let Ms. Strong know too. I don't, are we expecting?
I emailed her.
Mr. Smart here?
I think he came up with
Okay.
Yeah, he's back there.
Okay. So I don't know, maybe we'll see her. But yeah, we'll put it on Tuesday. That's fine.
Okay. And then if we resolve it Monday, we resolve it Monday.
Okay, did you get the cost number?
I can tomorrow.
No, we're talking about, I was just curious about Mr. Smart. Let me give you the cost number. You ready?
Okay.
It's 255-2517. And then there's 2 cases for you to move.
2517?
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing?
Just on Tuesday, 3-4. Both cases, please. Okay?
That's all I have, Judge. Good to see you.
You too?
I just put 2 bond petitions in here.
Okay. Mr. Butler, I was thinking Mr. Dixon for a second, but.
Thanks. I have Mr. Flynn on the docket this morning for arraignments.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Mr. Flynn?
Flynn. Oh, Flynn.
Yeah, yeah.
Flynn, yeah. Good morning, Mr. Finn. Yes, sir. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and/or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On February 22nd, 2025, at approximately 11:07 p.m., an officer was dispatched to 59 Northeast Cross Timbers on City Street. The officer observed a vehicle run a red light, take the exit, swerving in and out of lane number 2 and cross 3 lanes of traffic, almost striking a guardrail. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer observed the driver to have bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and the strong odor of alcohol upon his breath. The officer had the driver and the passenger exit the motor vehicle. The driver consented to SFSTs and the defendant performed them. 6 out of 6 clues were observed on the HGN. 5 out of 8 clues were observed on the walk-in turn. 3 out of 4 clues observed on the one-leg stand. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to provide a breath specimen. The results were 0.141 and 0.138. The defendant advised he had 1 drink while at a bar, and he was the owner of the vehicle, and he was identified by his Texas driver's license.
Any prior DWIs?
No prior DWI, Judge.
Valid license?
Valid license.
All right, Mr. Finn, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You will go into custody. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it is your responsibility to stay in touch with them and they'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're ducking and dodging, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Just keep my city safe. That's all I want. You understand?
Sir.
I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria. We'll have you get with police for your bond conditions, and then you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor.
It's not a good morning. No. You are using my name on an occupational license, and you're not in compliance with what you're supposed to be doing. It's unacceptable. If I find that it happens again, I'm going to yank it. I want to make sure that you're not using while my name is on the license. Do you understand?
Yes,
I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to make sure that you're not using, and then I don't know what I'm going to do. The first thing I want to send you for a drug test to make sure, and then we'll go from there. So we'll send you, and then we'll have you come back.
Yes, sir.
This is who, Judge?
No, don't worry about it. I'll have
Okay,
Victoria.
thank you.
Thank you. Oh, okay, got it.
He waived.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Mr. Beadle. Hey.
William Jones, you wanted us to come to docket today, and he's here.
I'd like to send him for a drug test, alcohol test. I want to make sure he's not using though.
If that's the court's prerogative, that's fine. However, he is checking into the Menninger Clinic tomorrow after his rehab from Ohio.
How long has he been?
And I'll be very frank with you, the last time I was here with him, he looks like $1 million compared to the last time I saw him. And I've been speaking with him very frequently on the phone. I'm more than happy for you to talk to him, Judge, frankly.
Come up, sir. The last name is, this is Jones.
William Jones.
We're here because Mr. Jones doesn't have his interlock that he was required to, and he's been out in lockout for quite some time.
Correct.
Which is unacceptable, right? If you're in rehab, we have to know, and there are certain measures that we can take, but just if you don't tell us anything and you're just in lockout, that's a problem. I have a real big problem, and I don't know you. Everybody tells me it's little raindrops and gumdrops and little bunnies jumping in the woods, but how the hell do I know? So he's telling me that you've been in a rehab in Ohio.
Sir.
When?
The last setting that we were here, the prior setting to this, Judge, he got on a plane from the courtroom and went off to Ohio. And I actually forwarded the court his admission pay for it to that facility in Ohio.
What was the date of release from that program?
It was last Friday. I spent 8 days in the hospital detoxing, and then the rest of the time in the rehab. And, I'm trying to put together a forward plan. I'm not supposed to be talking too much, but to take aftercare and go back to another rehab here locally and work on getting better. And I'm being proactive with that, Your Honor.
He's had to change insurance.
That's all we ask, because the problem is that some people can, and some people can't. Addiction, it's a lifelong, and it's a persistent monkey that's on your back that will never let go. It will constantly grab at you. So if you're not proactive about it, that's when it grabs you by the boo-boo, and it just doesn't go well.
Sir.
I just need to make sure that you're not using, number one. Number two, most importantly, that my public is safe, because I certainly don't want you in a car unless, everyone is protected. And the way we know that is that you don't have alcohol on board. So what I'm going to do now, because you've been so AWOL with regard to this, I'm now putting a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not consuming. If it goes in lockout again, I will put you in jail. I want you to know that. I'm not going to do this again with you. Do you understand? You've been in lockout for a significant amount of time, and it's not fair, because I normally would put people in jail lickety split for something like this. Do you understand?
Right.
I will not play this game with you again. It is your responsibility to charge it on a daily basis. It is your responsibility to know what you are putting in your body as far as, whether it be mouthwash, hair dye, a tequila lollipop. I've heard it all and I don't care for excuses. It is your responsibility to know. You've got such a great team of lawyers. There's just no excuse.
Sure.
I will waive the fee so that there's no excuse for, well, I can't pay for this. I can't. No. Do you understand?
Your Honor.
What you do on your time is you. As long as I know that you're not using, I'm happy. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll be happy once he checks into the medical point. You can alert the DAs, the court. Everybody.
Yeah, I guess we're going to give him the SCRAM device today. Just keep us in the loop as far as the cases are too terribly old. It's not old. So just keep us in the loop of when he's released. You have to calibrate this thing on, I think it's monthly. So make sure that you calibrate this thing like it's supposed to. They have to download it. You've got to charge it. So make sure you know of everything you can and can't do. You understand, Mr. Jones?
Yes, sir.
If I have you come up here on another violation, it's probably not going to go well, just so you know. Okay? Okay, guys.
Understood. Thank you.
Can he be released from the jury box? Just take a seat. We'll get you.
Morning, Mr. Rojas.
Morning.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. I don't know if you know, but your lawyer is here with you, but he's on Zoom. It's not here in person. Okay.
On February 22nd, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a major crash call involving the defendant striking a parked vehicle in the Concord at Gulfgate apartment complex. The Houston Fire Department observed the defendant asleep behind the driver's seat. The officers observed the defendant to exhibit bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and the strong odor of alcohol upon his breath and slow movements. SFSTs were conducted. 4 out of 6 clues observed on the HGN, 4 out of 8 clues observed on the walk-in turn, and 3 out of 4 clues observed on the one-night stand. The defendant consented to a breath test, and the results were 0.125 and 0.121.
Okay. Any prior DPIs and a valid license? Mr. Rojas, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Sure.
His driver's license is eligible.
As long as you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance, then you may drive. If you do not have liability insurance, car insurance, you are not allowed to drive. That is also a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Sure.
Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You do not have to come to court until your lawyer tells you to. So you must stay in contact with him. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, you're not responding to phone calls, text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. Don't consume alcohol, don't consume drugs, and don't be a danger to my community. Do you understand? I will have you sign a reset with Victoria. You will get with Felicia for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go, sir.
Mr. April 29th or May 1st.
April 29th through May 1st, Michael.
April 29th. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, cheers.
Have a good weekend, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
Have fun. Mr. Madrid.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. I've got a case on Monday at Christopher Torres.
Okay.
I had emailed your coordinator earlier and to give her kind of a heads up. No, we were hoping to possibly plea. We had done a PSI 2 weeks ago because we were going without an agreed rec. I'm not in trial today, but I've been in trial for the last week on a capital murder trial. We don't have trial today, but we resume on Monday, and I think it's going through Wednesday. So I was requesting if we could move it till Thursday, if possible.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you're in trial,
Okay.
What's your cause number?
Let me.
You got it?
It's 2522707.
At the last,
But you said you did a PSI on which one? On this case? On something with him or with?
I'm sorry. I'm getting confused with what I'm doing here. We did a TRAS.
Got it.
And we were going to go without an agreed rec. We approached you last time, but you said, well, let's do a TRAS and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's, I'm okay with setting it for Thursday morning.
Okay. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Yeah, for sure. We got you.
Okay. Have a good weekend.
Thursday.
Thursday, the 6th.
The 6th, right?
The 6th, yes.
Okay, cheers.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a good
For
weekend.
sure. Good luck.
Thanks. Goodbye.